Spooky, scary podcasts send shivers down your spine. The Level Cap podcast is Halloween right now, or otherwise. Welcome everyone to this very spooky episode of the Level Cap podcast, recorded on Halloween for Halloween. I am your host, Marco Dos Santos, also known as Mechanic Critic, and with me is a very special spooky guest from the ethers of an alternate time dimension. Everyone, say hello to Chris Solis.
Hey Marco, thanks for having me.
Alright, hi Chris, did I say your name correctly?
You did indeed say Chris correctly. That is my name.
No, your last name.
Oh, Solis is fine. If you want to go like full Spanish, it's Solis, but they're both correct.
Solis. Oh, wait. Are you Spanish?
Well, Hispanic, yeah.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. We share a common heritage then.
Oh, I guess you've never seen my face. It just occurred to me.
I've seen your face.
Have you? Okay.
I've seen your face. Like, we're friends on Facebook, so of course I've seen your face.
Oh, I guess that's true. But I have nothing but memes, so I wouldn't blame you if you did it.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, like, I didn't know. Okay, so good to know that it's pronounced Solis or Solis. Which one?
It's fine either way. So Solis is fine.
Okay, whatever. Well, I have a Spanish last name too, so there you go. Hello, we're Spanish boys.
The Spanish boys.
Yeah, we're the Spanish boys. A new boy band coming to you in 2018. So there's only like a month left for us to release. Welcome to the Level Cap podcast. We have a wonderful docket for all of you tonight. It might not always be spooky, but it will be informative and talk about all things Level 99 or otherwise. So, Chris, have you been on the show before? You have, right? With that one episode where we had Brad?
Yeah, I've been on it once when we were like talking about Temporal for the first time.
For the first time ever. So this is your return. The return of the Chris.
This is my return. I've lost one instability card, now I'm back.
Oh my gosh. There you go. Referencing your own game. We'll talk more about Temporal Odyssey later on. But for now, I want to know, let's move on to our first segment, also known as, what have you been doing?
I have been doing a couple things. I had a cool Halloween, a Marvel-themed costume for my Halloween party. And we did a Guardians of the Galaxy thing. It was awesome. I had a Star-Lord costume. And we did a photo shoot. And other than that, I've been on a Smash Bros. Ultimate hype train. And it's going very, very fast right now. So that's the only...
Choo-choo.
Yeah, I've been consuming that like immediately at all times.
I heard there was an upcoming Direct. Was it today or tomorrow? I forgot.
It is the day after Halloween, November 1st. And it is at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it will be the earliest all the nerds rise. So
oh my gosh.
it's almost like church. Everyone's going to gather and witness.
Oh, witness the things that your Lord and Savior, I forget who the creator of Smash Bros. Is.
We call him Daddy
Sakurai.
It's
not Miyamoto.
Daddy Sakurai.
It's not Miyamoto. Sakurai, there you go. Daddy Sakurai will come in, Father Sakurai, if you will come in and be like, here is the word, and you will all accept it, I guess, into your hearts. What are you expecting from the Direct?
They're going to definitely tell us all the remaining characters. They said they're going to tell us all the characters before the game comes out. And I'm sure they're going to go through any untalked feature. Like, we don't know about online play or what single-player modes there are. But mainly characters. And there's a lot of speculation regarding leaks on what that is. And it's going to be like 40 minutes long. So there's going to be a lot of content that's 40 minutes. And then hours of gameplay after. So they're just going to definitely dump all the content on you hard. And then make you wait a month.
Oh my gosh. For you guys.
Like, we might get a network test, so that's like a low-key demo, and that would be fantastic. But you know,
I'm really excited. I like characters. Who do you want? Who's your top character for Smash Bros?
I want Banjo-Kazooie. I need to complete my 90s childhood, and I need to play as Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh, so do you want them to be like a tag team character, or like?
Oh yeah,
like you want them as separate?
No,
they always come as a package, right?
They're always in a package. Yeah, in their game they always work together, and their moves are already inherent to platformers, so it's actually really easy. Like, if you played Banjo-Kazooie before, you would know immediately. Like, this needs to be in there, and I feel like the only reason those characters aren't in the game already It's because, the Microsoft buyout and all that nonsense from before.
Yeah, Rare owns them, blah, 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 right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of reasons to suspect that Microsoft is cooperating. I guess we'll find out.
Oh. I mean, look. They got King K. Rool in there, right? So, who knows?
Yeah, for sure.
Who knows? I want Goku in, just because I'm such a weeb. I want Goku to be in there.
What do we need to put, if they have another Smash Ballad, we need to put Brad in there. Maybe we can get Brad into Smash Bros.
Why would we need Brad? We can already put Brad in Smash Bros. As one of the Mii fighters, right?
Yeah, but he needs his own moveset. He can, throw Millennium Blade cards at you or something.
Oh, no. You know what we should do? We should just put all the BattleCon characters in. You know what? I want Yugi Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh! As a Smash Bros. Character.
I would main him. That would be amazing.
I would main that guy so freaking hard. Which reminds me, Jump Ultimate Stars, or Jump Stars, whatever that new Jump game on the PS4 is.
Yeah, that game looks like an unrendered PS2 game, but I want to play it because Yugi's in it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only reason, right? Is because
reason.
Yugi's in it. How did they mess up the graphics on that so hard? Couldn't they just steal the shader engine they used for Arc System's Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
I feel like... there was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. They dropped the ball on that somehow too, right? That's like a management issue if it ends up looking that way. I don't know, but I don't understand. I don't understand how somebody couldn't say no. So
I don't know. Maybe it's because anime fans are so rabid they'd buy it anyway.
That's true.
Look, if the next Smash Brothers sucked, you'd still buy it. I bet.
I would, but I would weep. But I would.
Yes, but you would still buy it, and therefore they have won, Chris. They have won.
Well, I feel that way about Star Fox games, because Star Fox is one of my favorite franchises, but I get betrayed every time a new one comes out. So, it's a vicious cycle. It's kind of like an abusive relationship.
I'm surprised. Star Fox still exists.
Yeah.
It's still a game series? What?
Yeah, they made Star Fox Zero a couple years ago, and it was a tragedy.
There's the new Star Fox thing. That's not even a Star Fox game right now, right? Starlink or what?
Yeah, Starlink. That game that cameos Fox is the best Star Fox game we've had in decades. And
that's sad.
Yeah,
that's absolutely sad. Oh my gosh. Chris, do you want to know what I've been doing?
What have you been up to?
I've been listening to my new favorite band called Hypnosis Mic.
Oh.
And this is a concept that I think our listeners will know. They know my interests, and they know I have a penchant for boy bands. And I have found one of the greatest boy bands to have ever graced the earth. What if we made a fake band? Kind of like how Gorillaz is a fictional band that is real, right? Because Gorillaz is supposedly 4 characters, and but in reality, it's actually just 2 people with guests coming in every time to either do instruments or do some of the rap parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we took that concept of having a virtual fake band and we expanded it into boy band territory idol groups? So not only is this a fake band, it's actually 4 fake bands that create an entire 12-person group.
They have evolved.
They have evolved. Okay, so here's the concept. There are 4 bands with 3 members each. Each of these bands is actually a rap group. Okay?
Oh, wow.
A rap group, and the entire concept of Hypnosis Mic is taking combinations of these 4 bands and having them rap battle each other. So you have fictional anime boys rap battling each other through voiced anime characters. There you go. That's the entire concept, and it is the best thing that has ever graced on me because it takes place in an alternate universe to Earth. It doesn't happen on Earth. They're not the real boy band on Earth. They're fake boy band on alternate Earth. Let me read you the story of Hypnosis Mic. In a world where women now dominate the government, the creation and use of weapons is strictly forbidden. However, by no means has conflict been brought to an end. Instead of weapons, war is waged through words. With the power of the Hypnosis Mic, lyrics can affect one's opponent in various ways and cause real damage. Those in the divisions outside the women-only Choward thus use it for fierce rap battles as their weapon in the constant clash for territory. So I kid you not, this entire freaking thing is about how gangs use rap as proxy wars in order to fight for territory outside the main capital of the government.
Wow.
That's it. That's the concept of this entire thing, and I love it so much.
Is it new? This is a thing? Like, that's wild.
It just I don't know. I just found out about it like 2 weeks ago, and I'm losing my mind over it now, listening to like songs that are just all 12 of the boys singing, and then there's like songs where in one group is rap battling against another group. Each boy has a solo song. They have drama CDs that talk about the lore of the world. It's like each band has a song that only they sing with each other, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so. And there's like a boy for every demographic, you know. Each boy has like, you know, there's like a group that's just filled with teenagers. There's like one of them is just a bunch of working class people. The other one's like, oh, they're a bunch of criminals. And the other one's like, oh, they're just a bunch of hip boys from this like trendy town. I don't know. I just have a thing for rap, Japanese rap, and this is heaven to me. So that's what I've been doing, listening to Hypnosis Mike. Thank you. You're welcome, listener.
That's amazing,
you have
man.
been graced.
Like, yeah, I gotta check that out. That's pretty wild. Is it 2D
is.
animated or like 3D characters?
No. So it's not even 2D animated, right? It is literally just anime pictures. It's not even like animated to be like an anime. It is just like still images.
Oh, wow. So still images, but that's mainly the song. So it's like an album. Okay.
So that pretty much does it with what we've been doing. I hope all of you enjoyed us shooting the breeze about the stuff that we're excited about. You know, Chris loves Smash Bros. I love Japanese rap bands. That's ultimately all this is about. But let's move on to the next segment, also known as The Pipeline, where we ask Chris about the things he does for Level 99 games and maybe pry deeper into the crevices of his mind. Chris, allow me to probe you for some information.
Let's go.
All right, Chris. So remind us, what do you do for Level 99 games exactly?
So I'm officially a publicist. My core thing is to book the conventions, do the organized play, do a lot of Facebook posts and content. You do a lot of that too, but yeah, it's mainly the conventions. Like we've been trying to do like 10 to 12 conventions a year now, up from like the 3 before. So all the logistics that goes into that and making sure that, you know, it works out financially and it's effective and it's getting the products to new audiences and all that. That's my job. That is the line. I also do a couple other things. I do
like design games.
I like design games. So yeah, you know, I did Temporal and I'm on a secret project now. So I'm working on that, and you know, at some point that project will be revealed in the future.
Is this 99 Heroes? I don't think that's secret anymore.
Oh, that's right. We talked about it. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Heck yeah, 99 Heroes. Can you give us a brief, like, 2-sentence explanation of what 99 Heroes is?
Oh, jeez. I mean, okay, so this is like a pre-alpha build, just to be clear. So this is subject to change completely. But the idea was to have, like, a quote-unquote MOBA-like experience on tabletop. And what that means to me is a sensation of big team fights and having to do things on the map as a team, or one to split as a team. So this is a game with a map that plays up to 6 players, and you will complete various objectives and also try to knock each other out. That's about as much as I can say right now, but it definitely has more of a party vibe as opposed to like a quote-unquote serious thing like Exceed. You know, like the maps will be different and have different interactions. It will be asymmetrous, so the win condition is different depending on what map you're playing on.
That's cool. So it's kind of like in Overwatch or Team Fortress, where it's like capture the flag or push the payload or something like that.
Yeah, there might be a defending team, it might be an offensive team, and all that is subject to the map. So you pick your characters, you pick a map, and you will have a completely different experience based on that. And there will be maps for different player counts as well. So like if you wanted to do the 2v2 map or the 1v3 map or whatever, those are all tied to the map and the mechanics the map brings with it.
That's awesome. And let's make us very, very clear. It's called 99 Heroes because it's like our version of Heroes of the Storm.
Yes, it is.
Where all the characters are from our IPs.
Yeah, and again, this is a prototype name, but there are 3 characters from each IP, so there will be like the 7th Cross characters, and you'll have like you have the 3 characters from that series. You have an offensive, you have a defensive, and you have a support from 7th Cross, and there'll be other 3 characters from a different series. Like let's say there's Temporal Odyssey characters, and that'll be their team. Of course, you can mix and match and just go crazy.
Of course.
But they are designed as a group, so that way if you wanted to play as an IP, you can. And each IP will have its own core mechanic. But mixing and matching is fun.
That's wonderful. I do hope whatever the Indians IP is has something related to like simultaneous attack selection.
No, yeah, I think that you'll be you're gonna have a good time when you get there. Let's put it that way.
Oh, yeah. All right. Magic numbers, everyone's a brawler. That's good to know. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm really disappointed in one thing, because I thought 99 Heroes was supposed to be our Smash Brothers, not our HOTS. Chris, the Smash fan in you is very disappointed that this isn't just Smash Brothers.
Well, I'll reveal this. It kind of is, in this sense. It does follow this design philosophy of the character's kit that you play is tight and well balanced and considered like in a competitive atmosphere. Like this is a thing that is solid and balanced. And then the map, I'm telling you bring your characters into the map with various settings. That's where the insanity comes from. And the unpredictability or the situation. And that's really where most of the fun is. So if you wanted to play on a simple map and just like
Final Destination and equivalent.
If you wanted to just micro each other in some Battlefield, you could, but the fun is mixing that connection with your character's kit and dealing and adapting to the situations of the map and that interaction. That's why people like Smash Brothers, and I'm getting that essence and putting it into this game. That's what I mean by that.
All right, that's good to know. Okay, so we've gone over designer Chris. Let's talk about con Chris. I heard that we're going to a con this weekend. If you're listening to this podcast right now, this coming weekend, we're going to be at the convention. Which one is it? Want to plug it? Please plug it.
Yeah, I will. So actually, I will be out of town for almost the entire month because we have 3 conventions this month. The first one is Youmacon. It's a large anime convention in Detroit, and we're going to be there in full force with a team of 7. We're going to, of course, have our vendor booth, and but we also have a complete demo team in the tabletop room. They're going to be running demos of Exceed and Temporal Odyssey just all day. So you can go there, play games, and then come check out the Level 99 Games booth. So that's going to be huge. If you go to Youmacon, in your swag bag, you will get 2 free BattleCon Online characters. So that's going to be a big...
Who are they? Who are they?
Jesus. Let's see. Hikaru and Cadenza. Am I saying that right? Is that his name?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. It's Cadenza. It's like the musical notations. Cadenza.
Cadenza. Okay. So you get those 2 characters and 2 alternate costumes from them if you go to Youmacon, and we expect to see a huge increase in BattleCon Online player base because of that.
Yeah. Thanks for making my job harder, Chris. Good to know.
Oh, you're welcome. It's about to get a lot harder because we have another BattleCon Online promotion. This one is tied to NVIDIA. There's a website NVIDIA runs where they do promotions for their game, and gamers can sign up for a mailing list or whatever they're doing on their end. And then at the end of that exchange, they can get a BattleCon the same deal. They can get the 2 characters and the 2 costumes. So we're going to have another huge chunk of BattleCon Online influx because of that promotion. And finally, it's going to combo with ranked play. We don't have a date for ranked play yet, but it's coming up very soon. So we hope to get these new players and cultivate them at this ranked play and make BattleCon Online grow really fast.
Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. So that's just Youmacon. Following...
And NVIDIA. Oh my gosh.
NVIDIA. Following, we will be at Dreamhack Atlanta. We entered their indie game festival. You enter games. We entered mini games, and we got picked for 2 of them. And in a digital strategy game, we got in for BattleCon Online. So we're going to have a BattleCon Online booth. People, new gamers at Dreamhack will be able to come and check it out. And we made a whole new booth kit for this. So this booth only is for BattleCon Online. You can go there and play it. And if you do, you get some promo stuff. And again, even more players for BattleCon Online.
Why are you making my job so hard?
We actually got a second game in at Dreamhack, the tabletop section, and a Temporal Odyssey made it into Dreamhack. So
congrats!
Thank you. I was stoked. So we have 2 booths at Dreamhack. That's wild. So,
how are you gonna manage?
Yeah, we needed to get the squad together and the team, but
oh man,
it's gonna be a lot of work. But yeah, we have 2 booths. For different games, and we need a bunch of flyers to get the Level 99 brand to new people and really just try to expand it out. So that's Dreamhack. The last convention we're doing this month is PAX Unplugged. It's PAX. It's great. Second PAX Unplugged. Last year was pretty good, and the convention's expected to see a lot of growth. We want to be there at the ground floor, and the whole team will be there. At PAX Unplugged, we are having official tournaments for all the organized play games. So if you go play in those tournaments, you'll get a ton of organized play points because it's an official event for those titles.
Can we just make it clear that these games are BattleCon, Exceed, Pixel Tactics, as well as Temporal Odyssey?
Yes. Oh, actually, a bonus. We are doing a Noir Automa tournament.
Oh, heck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super random. But again, it's PAX. We have that game with them as the license of their comic. So we are having an Automa event. We did that last year. It was actually really successful. So people, it's fun to see people meta that game. Like, it's intense.
Yeah, dude. Noir is like a great game. I love playing that game.
Yeah, me too. It's so good.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, we always had a joke that we would always kill a specific character first, regardless of what happened. Because we just pick one as the scapegoat, and we were like, kill this guy first. Why? Because we don't like this guy. And it doesn't matter whether there was any strategy to it or whatever. They were just like, yeah, let's just kill that guy all the time.
Did that cost you the game once?
It has won me a game once because that guy ended up being somebody's identity at the start.
Wow.
That's so dumb. I love it. So yeah. Any more stuff? Any more conventions? So you have Youmacon. I don't know. And you have PAX Unplugged, and you have Dreamhack. Anything else?
I mean, I guess that's it for November. So,
oh my gosh, you sound like you're going to be dead at the end of November.
I am going to be dead at the November, but when I return on my plane, I will be graced with Smash Bros. Ultimate. So it's going to be worth it.
Ah, that's great. So who are you planning to main in Smash Bros. Ultimate, by the way? Based on this current cast?
Ganondorf, for the same reason I liked the genie guy in BattleCon Unleashed when we played. He's just
punching things.
He's just the stomping grounds, and you just get a good read or two and devastate somebody. That's just the kind of player I am.
Isn't that Bowser though, or is it more Ganondorf?
It's more Ganondorf. Ganondorf comes with a nice dose of disrespect, and that's.
You mean Warlock Punch?
Yeah, or you can do his command grab and pull it back and suicide him off the map. And sometimes you can get kills at 0, actually 0, and then it's fun. So
understandable. All right. So that pretty much does it for the pipeline as well, where we talk about some cool upcoming things for Level 99 games. It's really fun to have Chris over because he can finally talk about real life events. Because none of the other people in the office can speak about this kind of stuff. Not even Brad, because it's Brad's that's Chris's job.
Yeah. No, it's true. So, and it allows Brad and friends to just make more games. I think that you may have noticed that there's just more Level 99 games coming out, and if the whole team is out of the office less often, and we're reaching new people, that's what it's about, right? So BattleCon Unleashed was huge. It was awesome, and I think we can still grow a lot more.
Heck yeah. Because I think at the end of the day, all of our jobs are essentially just taking jobs from Brad so that Brad can just spend more time designing games and managing the company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because my job as community manager is essentially just do the stuff so that Brad doesn't have to worry about it, right?
Yeah.
And your job is essentially the same thing. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. No, for sure. Teamwork. Get the thing done.
Teamwork! Yeah. All right. So let's move on to our last segment, also known as 99 Questions, where I take the seeds of your questions, shove them into Chris's brain, and let it grow into beautiful flowers of knowledge, upon which you can suck the nectar of answers. Chris, are you ready?
Wow.
Chris, are you ready? Because you have to understand that I've spent a good chunk of my teenage life writing horrible fan fiction, so these metaphors are coming at you really hard.
They are, and that was quite crafting. So, yeah, hit me with the questions. Let's go.
All right. Question numero uno. What is Mr. F? Who is he? Why is he a sunflower? What is up with Mr. F? Is he dating someone? So, quick background. I asked the Discords if they had any questions for Chris Solis specifically about Temporal Odyssey or conventions, and I kid you not, at least 6 questions were all about Mr. F. So, please answer all of these questions.
So, here's the thing about Mr. F. First of all, he's been so wildly popular that I started using him on like all the banners just because everyone talks about Mr. F. And that's awesome. I'm going to answer these questions. I'll tell you a little thing about Mr. F that's awesome too. So Mr. F is a scientist from his world. And in his world, all life that he knows is plant-based. They're all like him. They just are plants, right? So when he comes across the power of time travel and he visits another realm and sees flesh-based life, he's completely disgusted and repulsed. And he sees it as an infection and a mutation. So
I see.
So, he was already a malicious scientist. So now that he understands his power, he wants to purge the world of that. We're like the Zerg to him. Like, it's just disgusting. Like, we're inefficient.
Okay, so he's like in those shows with the robots that are like, humans are inefficient and disgusting creatures.
Yeah.
But he's like a plant.
Yeah, he's like a plant, and it's more about like flesh-based life as opposed to like humans or robots, And if he wants to, win the timeline, so then he can change that
and eradicate all flesh-based life forever,
and put plants everywhere. And he's kind of like Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Now I think about it, just like
obviously.
That was not intentional, but like the idea, he wants to put himself and his people in this space and remove this disgusting filth.
Okay.
He's definitely malicious, and a lot of his attacks are about that. You can see that in the flavoring. He is a sunflower because, the design answer is a juxtaposition because it's funny, evil sunflower. But the real answer is when I was a teenager and I went to Great America and I won a toy sunflower. And the exact backstory I just told you is something we just made up on a whim because we're having a good time. Like, oh, dude, this is Mr. F. He's an evil scientist. He's going to erase all human life and stuff like that. And so Mr. F has existed for decades. And then at some point I was like, you know what? I'm going to put him in my card game. I'll put Mr. F in this card game. I still have that Mr. F. He's in my car.
Oh my gosh, I need pictures of this. Please.
I'll send you
me pictures. Send me a picture of this, and that will be the art for this episode of the podcast.
Okay, I will. He's like the same color and everything. Like, it's Mr. F. Oh,
original character. Do not steal.
I don't have a picture of this, but I had this lamp while growing up. It's like a tall standing lamp, and I wrapped Mr. F around it. And as I got more flowers, I don't know why this became a thing to get like these foam flowers. I wrapped it around it. So at some point, I had this huge like green growth that was a light, and Mr. F's head on the top in my room. That was my light. And so Mr. F has always existed as you see him now, really.
Oh wow, such deep lore. But you didn't answer the most important question though,
which is
he dating someone?
Oh, so unfortunately, there's no Mrs. F yet. He is searching the cosmos for.
Hey, it could be another Mr. F. Who knows? Like, no judge here, right?
Fair enough. He can definitely find another Mr. F. or gender neutral F. But whatever he likes. But he is available. So if you're interested, I'll send you his number.
But the problem is that most of the people listening to this are flesh-based life forms, and I highly doubt that Mr. F would want to date any of them.
Yeah, that's a problem. He will find you disgusting. But if you are a plant, please inquire.
If you are a plant-based life form listening to this episode of the podcast, welcome, and we hope that you and Mr. F do hit it off very well, despite the fact that he might be a malicious evil scientist. Alright, are you ready for the next question, Chris?
Yes.
Any word on more crossover characters for Temporal Odyssey? Maybe from some other time travel games? Time travel card games? Who knows?
That's a question that I guess we'll have an answer for in due time. Once we get an assessment for like where Temporal is in the market and all that stuff, I can figure out how to move forward. Now, regarding do I want to, the answer is absolutely yes, and have a lot of original Traveler ideas that are fun, and I think a couple good crossover opportunities. We just need to get the reach to make that happen.
I see. So here's the big question. Who is your dream? Who is the dream time traveler character, guest character that you will put into Temporal Odyssey? Pick one.
Wow. I could pick any time traveler.
Doesn't have to be a time traveler, but I assume that all of the characters in Temporal Odyssey have to be time travelers of some sort, right?
Okay, I'll pick a time traveler, then I'll pick a non-time traveler. Okay, can I do that? Is that okay?
I don't know. It's your game. Like, does a playable character in Temporal Odyssey have to be a time traveler?
If you're a traveler, you got to be a time traveler.
Yeah. No, so we're talking about travelers here. We're talking about main playable characters, not just characters that you can recruit.
Yeah, you gotta be a time traveler.
Okay.
So
who would you put in?
If I can pick
a playable traveler,
any IP from anything in existence, I probably like Rick and Morty. That'd be fun.
Oh, you would put Rick.
Yeah, you can do a lot of fun things like that. Like,
ironically, you can't do that because Rick's not a time traveler.
You're right. Wow, I can't use Rick and Morty. Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's explicitly in the show that they
you're right.
never do time travel.
You shut me down. Oh, wow, you're right.
I'm sorry. I ruined your dreams.
You ruined my dreams. Wow. I should have known that. I'm ashamed to be a fan now. You're right.
It's okay. So who's second? Who's second then? If not Rick and Morty?
Yeah. I think it's like Link or something.
Link would be really fun.
Link would be great.
Yeah, Ocarina of Time Link. Yeah, I would like that. You know what? We could do a compromise and just put Doc and Marty instead. They're actually time travelers.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Back
to the Future. They have the DeLorean as their tower.
Regarding like non-time travelers, I would want to put some. If I was going to put a non-time traveler as quote unquote a traveler in the game, it would be definitely from level 99 in some way. So then we can get characters we're familiar with in other properties. I think crossing things up is always a lot of fun. But one thing I wouldn't do is give them the same like defeat mechanic. They would have to play completely differently since they're not a traveler. And that's something I've been thinking about, just to make it fun and mix it up.
Oh, so somebody who like changes the way the game is played entirely.
Yeah,
like even more so than Pritchard.
Yeah, because
Pritchard changes the game a lot. So.
He does, but he still has the same rules as a traveler. He has to be destabilized and then defeated. So you should not have to do that if you're not a traveler, is what I'm saying.
That's interesting. So maybe something along the lines of like, this character has like 60 health instead, or something like that, right?
Yeah, something that's really asymmetric. And I think that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So they don't even have instability. Like, you kill them once, they're done.
Yeah, and that's like a huge nerf to artifacts. So like, just a couple ideas. Like, none of this is like on paper or anything, but my point is I like to stick to thematic rules like that.
Oh, that's so cool. I like that. And besides, even if it's a nerf to like artifacts, I mean, attacks gain like ×3 the efficiency, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, because it's like there's only one life to this character, so who knows? All right, last question, Chris. We're almost done. Home stretch. Let's go.
Okay.
Why is the box for Temporal Odyssey such a weird size or dimension? It's very unique, right? Like, the dimensions of this box are quite unique, and many people are asking why.
That's a good question, and this is the little minor production detour, where originally the game is going to be like a small box game, like the same box as like I can't aim with these monsters or cell swords, right? So
Yeah.
it's just that box. But once we added double the classes, we just made it taller. So we didn't make a new box. We just got the minigame library box and made it taller to fit the content. And that's how we ended up with the temporal box. Yeah, we like the size of the game was just in flux. You know, like is the base classes enough? I mean, when we thought it wasn't, we added more classes, basically at the last minute. And the box just got taller. So there's more of a production reality.
I see. So in reality, you had a normal sized box, and then you were like, we need more. Let's just make it taller. And that's what happened.
Yeah, we need more.
We need more. All right. I have to admit that it is a very interestingly sized box. I don't think I've ever seen a board game with that box size. So it's good to know that this is the reason behind that. People are slightly sad that it's kind of weird to fit in their shelves sometimes.
Yeah,
because all the other boxes are like, you know, it's like too thick for a small box, but not big enough to be a standalone board game thing. So it's like kind of weird. Like, it's not as big as any of the BattleCon boxes, but it's definitely bigger than all of the Pixel Tactics boxes. So it's kind of like in that weird limbo between big box and small box. I think we just made a mid-box game. Can we just call it that? Like, mid-box or medium box or I don't know. What do you want to call it? You invented this box size.
Both simultaneously a small and a...
Small, big box. Big, small box. Chris, here's the question. Is it a small, big box or a big, small box?
I think it's a small, big box.
I like that. I like that marketing. We should use that. The first ever small, big box game.
That's how we're gonna move units.
Yeah, that's definitely how we're gonna move units. All right, that pretty much does it for our 99 questions, where we asked Chris some pressing questions about plants, about characters, as well as about boxes. And as much as I would like to keep shooting the breeze with my dear friend Chris Solis, I keep mispronouncing your last name. Solis,
yeah, it's fine.
Whatever. Chris, we have to end this episode of the podcast because we both have lives to live.
Oh, that's an assumption.
Oh, no. Do you have no life outside of Smash Brothers and work? Is that it? Is that all there is to Chris Solis? Smash Brothers and work? Oh, no.
100% correct.
I live, breathe, and eat Smash Brothers. I live on the cusp and graces of my wonderful Sakurai father.
I'm buying a new television and sound system to ensure the perfect release party.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I actually am, yeah.
Holy heck, dude. That is awesome and at the same time, scary.
We're having a pajama party, so you have to wear a Nintendo-themed, like, onesie, and we're going to have those Sonic popsicles with the weird eyeballs. I bought them in bulk. It's going to be amazing.
Like the badly made Sonic popsicles.
Yeah.
Not even Pikachu ones. Sonic popsicles. Because memes?
Because of memes. I don't know where to get Pikachu popsicles, but we gotta have Sonic popsicles in onesies playing Smash Bros. Also, bought a Ganondorf
That
one.
sounds great.
So
that sounds absolutely great. And before we end, I would like to ask one more thing from you. How do you feel about Ganondorf becoming a sword fighter?
Finally, I feel, what's the word? Acknowledged. I feel acknowledged.
Acknowledged.
Yeah.
That's good to know. All you Ganondorf mains out there, Nintendo sees you, Sakurai sees you. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this episode of Level Cap Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy it, please give us a comment down below or share it with a friend. And if for some reason you listened to this entire thing and hated it with every fiber of your being, that's absolutely fine. Share it with your greatest enemy instead. That way, we still get reach. As usual, it has been me, your host, Marco Dos Santos, also known as Mechanic Rick, and with me has been my amazing, awesome, and very smashy co-host,
Chris Solis.
There you go, and thank you so much for listening. Don't forget your special action, and thank you, World of Indians. Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Chris, say happy gaming.
Happy gaming.